Welcome to Academic Vocabulary Crash Course Lesson Number 1. Now, the point of these videos, this crash course, is going to be to look at some of the key type of questioning words that test makers use to get our students to think about different types of questions. We are going to introduce about 18 of these over our crash course. And for this one, we will just do 6. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to introduce a paragraph or a passage, and I will put this hopefully in the description below. And then we're going to look at 6 key ways that you might be asked to engage with it. So let's get started. Well, actually, let's look at the text first. The text for these first 6 is going to be recycling and its impact on our environment. The text says, every bottle recycled means one less in the landfill. It's a simple act that makes a big difference. This idea shows that each small act of recycling plays an important role in protecting our planet. In our city, the city's recycling rate increased by 15% after implementing the new program, leading to reduced waste management cost. This improvement demonstrates that when communities work together to recycle, they can save money and help the environment. Moreover, recycling plastics saves energy, while recycling paper conserves trees. Both actions contribute to environmental preservation. These benefits show how different types of recycling help protect natural resources. In addition, while recycling aluminum cans saves a significant amount of energy, composting organic waste enriches the soil. This contrast in recycling methods reveals that some practices help save energy, while others improve our land. Overall, recycling reduces waste, conserves resources, and decreases pollution, leading to a healthier planet. This summary of recycling benefits explains why many communities support these efforts. In fact, with more communities adopting recycling programs, landfill waste has decreased over the past decade. This prediction, based on current trends, suggests that if recycling continues to grow, our environment will keep getting cleaner and healthier. Now, how might our students, or how might we, be asked to engage with it? One term we might use is analyze. Analyze means to examine something in detail, to understand it better, or to draw conclusions. You may be asked a question like this. How does the paragraph analyze the effects of the new recycling program? In our text, we saw the city's recycling rate increased by 15% after implementing the new program, leading to reduced waste management costs. So, how do we examine that little excerpt to understand it better? You may answer it like this. The paragraph analyzes the effects by highlighting a 15% increase in recycling rates and a subsequent reduction in waste management costs. We found that straight in the text. Another thing we may be asked to do is compare. Now, in the past, we've always been told when you compare, you're looking to see how things are the same. And that's what compare means. It means to identify similarities between 2 or more items. You may be asked a question like this. How does the paragraph compare recycling to traditional waste disposal? And again, right in the text, you saw, unlike traditional waste disposal, recycling conserves resources and reduces pollution. So you could say the paragraph compares the two by stating that, unlike traditional waste disposal, recycling conserves resources and reduces pollution. Another thing we might be asked to do is contrast. When we contrast, we identify differences between 2 or more items. Your question may look something like this. How does the paragraph contrast the benefits of recycling aluminum cans with composting organic waste? Again, straight from the text, we saw while recycling aluminum cans saves a significant amount of energy, composting organic waste enriches the soil. So we're making a contrast of 2 items, recycling, composting. How might you answer that? You could say, The paragraph contrasts the two by stating that recycling aluminum cans saves energy, whereas composting organic waste enriches the soil. So we looked at those two and we identified their differences. Another thing we may be asked to do is infer. When you infer, you draw a conclusion based on evidence and reasoning. The big key here is evidence and reasoning, because inferring, you're drawing a conclusion. You're making a smart guess, but you're doing it based on evidence and reasoning. A question may look like this. What can you infer about the author's feelings towards recycling based on the paragraph? Now, in that passage, we saw every bottle recycled means one less in the landfill. It's a simple act. That makes a big difference. Did he tell us anything about his feelings? I think he did. Our answer might be, based on the paragraph, we can infer that the author feels positively about recycling, suggesting that even small actions can have a significant environmental impact. And he says that right here. Next, you may be asked to summarize. When you summarize, you give a brief statement of the main points of something. Your question may look like this. Can you summarize the key benefits of recycling mentioned in the paragraph? Now, in the passage, we saw recycling reduces waste, conserves resources, and decreases pollution, leading to a healthier planet. Well, how could you answer that without copying straight from the text? We put it in our own words. Recycling helps by reducing waste, saving resources, and cutting down pollution, which makes the earth healthier. And we can see that we exactly took what the author said and we put it in our own words. We drew that conclusion based on evidence from the text. And the last word for this crash course lesson is predict. When you predict, you say what you think will happen in the future based on current information or patterns. Your question may be this. What can you predict about landfill waste levels if more communities start recycling? In the text, it told us, with more communities adopting recycling programs, landfill waste has decreased over the past decade. Well, what do you think will happen in the future based on this information? You may answer it this way. If more communities start recycling, it's likely that the amount of trash in landfills will keep going down. And we can easily make that prediction because it says it's been decreasing. So if more people do it, it should continue to go down. That's our last term for this crash course lesson number 1. Keep looking. Lesson number 2 is coming soon.